Hi everyone, I hope you're doing well today and welcome to another leather crafting video. My name is David and today we'll be working on crafting this ultra slim bifold wallet. So hi friends, I'm very happy to have you here today and show you how this slim leather wallet was crafted. This is going to be actually the second wallet of its kind, since as you can see here I've already crafted one before but didn't have any chance to record it at the time. So I thought on doing so this time and here we are. An interesting detail in this wallet was that it was constructed using 100% French products. The leather is French chèvre goatskin from Alron Tannery, the thread I used is filo Chinois, linen thread, and even the edge paint is from a French brand called Vernis. So in this case I'm using a very thin chèvre goatskin hide, two in fact, one in navy color and the other one in orange. And the orange one will be the lining that I'll use for every card slot as well as the main part. So I begin by gluing both leathers together and letting the glue dry well for about 15 minutes. Using a leather hammer can be quite useful for applying pressure and evenness to the leather pieces once they're glued. So once the glue is completely dry, I went on and used a template I designed for this wallet to mark the edges of the exterior piece and then trace a line between these marks to form the rectangular shape of the wallet. And once the lines are well marked, it's time to cut out the leather, and to do this we can use any leather blade. In this case I'm using a simple X-Acto knife and guiding myself with the edge of the cutting ruler to go as straight as possible. Once the piece is cut out, I check it over the template to see if the proportions are correct. So we repeat the same process for the 4 card slots of the wallet, and when we're happy with that, we can move on to paint the edges of these card slots first. Now the paint I'm using is a heatable edge paint, but you can also use it as a regular edge paint. It does take a while to dry, but after applying 3 or 4 coats of paint, the edges look very elegant. They end up with a matte smooth finish that you can always apply some burnishing gum if you wish to make them shiny. However, the matte finish as it is truly appealing. Once the edges of the slots are dry, the next step is to make the stitching holes. And first we need to mark the stitching line using a wing divider, and then we can move on and either mark the holes with a pricking iron or punch the holes directly using a diamond chisel. In most of the projects you've seen me working with the diamond chisels, but this time I'll be using the pricking iron since the stitching of this wallet is going to be done using a very fine lining thread. The diamond chisels I have are normally used for a thick 0.8mm thread. In this case I'll be using a 0.5mm thread, and it's definitely going to look way better with a closer distance between the stitches. So the pricking irons are not designed to punch the entire layers of the leather in a go. Rather, they are designed to mark the points where to use the scratch awl to make the holes for each stitch. Now, since this leather is very thin, I prefer to make the holes directly on the cutting mat with a scratch awl. This way I won't harm the leather when using the awl with the stitching pony. Finally, it was time to saddle stitch the wallet, and to do so we need to know how much thread we'll be using. In this case I wanted the stitching to go in a single run, so I measured the perimeter of the wallet and multiplied the number by 4 to know the exact amount of thread I'll need for this wallet. I then went on and used a navy thread from Chinois, waxed it and stitched it using my stitching pony. If you're planning on working with a similar project and are not sure where to start stitching, I suggest you begin on a corner and move your way through the entire perimeter as shown. The final step for this wallet is to paint the edges, but before doing so, we need to make sure they are smooth and even as possible. So for that, I used a flat wooden piece and a 220 sand grid paper and started sanding the sides of the wallet carefully. Once finished, we can apply the same edge paint as we did with the card slots and leave the paint to dry every time we apply a coat. The wallet will be completely finished after applying 3 or 4 coats of paint. Finally, with the help of a plastic bone folder, I removed any glue leftovers from the inside of the card slots and the wallet was finished. So here's the finished wallet with several cards and bills folded in half, and you can see how thin it is. And even after fully lining it and filling it with cards and paper bills, the wallet is thinner than a conventional lighter. So friends, as always, I hope you have enjoyed watching this video. If you did, please leave a thumbs up, and if you're into leather crafting and wish to see more projects like this one, I invite you to subscribe to the channel. I post videos on crafting projects, leather reviews, and more. So have a great day everyone, and I'll see you in the next one.